All those different places, different roads, and everybody ended up here.
Hello, out-of-towners. In this video, we will look at 12 space or alien references featured in the series and what it could all mean. But first, there are spoilers ahead. Proceed with caution. Number 1. The motel name. Only seen in Victor's flashbacks. The sign for the motel shows Star Magic as its name. So, what happened to the sign, and why is this the only part of Victor's flashback that shows something different than what we currently see in town? It is extremely unlikely that a person took it down, so it is either the result of an entity soaring through town and knocking it down, probably the same entity that collapsed the main floor of Jim and Tabitha's house onto the hole Tabitha dug, or we could be seeing two different worlds here. Number 2. Victor's lunchbox. The disco globe and the cast of lights on the lunchbox looks like space with twinkling stars. This style of lunchbox doesn't fit Victor's personality or any of the things he's drawn. Why would his parents buy this style versus some of the other popular styles during the 70s? Easter egg. In Donna's greenhouse, there's a disco ball hanging in the corner. Number 3. The song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Victor asks Jade to play this song on the violin at the car yard. This is a song that Miranda used to sing to Victor when he was afraid. Here, Victor sits on top of her car as he listens and takes what is probably the first moment he's had to grieve. Number 4. Father Kotry's Candy Bar. The wrapper features twinkling stars with an astronaut on a spaceship blasting off. The name is Cosmo Chocolate, with the slogan stating, "They're out of this world." Why does it state they're out of this world and not it is out of this world? Number 5. The name of the school they use as a clinic. Even though the first part of the name is unreadable, we can see portions of it. And after running it through AI and looking at the space available for letters, the only words that are close to what this could be are celestial, terrestrial, or astral. Number 6. The sunburst clock in Henry's house. It is featured in the background during several scenes when Tabitha and Henry are talking. Again, nothing about this show is by chance. Before we get into the final 6, please click the like button and subscribe to my channels as more theories, Easter eggs, and revelations are on the way. Number 7. The news article which shows the missing Matthews family. Tabitha shows Henry the article as proof of her story. The news source is the Desert Star Chronicle, with the star as its logo and the word star in all caps. This article is full of Easter eggs. For instance, the person who wrote the article is named Ethan, and you can't see Ethan Matthews until you scroll down. Number 8. The stone structures around the town. They are reminiscent of stone phenomenon we see around the world today, like Stonehenge, which many people believe was built by aliens. Number 9. Dale's theory on Fromville. In the kitchen at Colony House in Season 1, Episode 7, we hear Dale telling someone about the different number of dimensions according to string theorists and that he thinks that they are currently trapped in a pocket universe. Number 10. Victor's Toy Soldiers. As Henry and Victor are exploring the cave, Victor uses his toy soldiers as markers so that they don't get lost. As Henry grows anxious, he asks Victor, "How many of those little green men do you have?" Another intentional statement. Number 11. The Polaroid camera. The model of the camera that Julie and Elgin find in the basement at Colony House is the Sun 600. As the sun lights our way in the galaxy, the photos light the way for Elgin to do his misdeeds. Number 12. Megan's drawings. When Father Kotry takes Jim and Tabitha on a tour of their new house, There are drawings on the wall in Megan's room. One is of an actual Easter egg, which seems very intentional. In another drawing, we see what looks like little green men. And the other interesting thing on the wall is the kite. Coincidentally, in 1752, Benjamin Franklin conducted his famous kite experiment proving that lightning is electrical. It's a nice Easter egg considering that we still don't know how the electricity works here without wiring and a terminal end. Also, coincidentally, 1752 is one of the dates written on the wall in the lighthouse. When I cross referenced the dates with significant events related to space and the universe, I didn't find anything that could give us more clues as to what's actually happening in Fromville. Aliens would explain how everyone got here from different parts of the country. These intentional references makes me wonder if the symbol that Jade is seeing are tree roots, the bottom of a spaceship, or a portal. I say that because this show is giving alien encounter vibes. And while I do acknowledge that another complex story is unfolding here, it doesn't take away from the overarching story, which is something otherworldly and magical manifested this place and has chosen these particular people. But for what, we don't yet know. This all could have very well been started by an alien encounter with the people of that time in 16th century America, and their sacrifices and quests for eternal life were made to alien entities who they perceived as gods. This would explain the writings on the talismans, the red kraken like figure painted on the wall in the cave, and the fact that there are no copies of the Bible anywhere in town. One popular fan theory is that these entities are dark fae. I think that some of the creatures we see are based off of real lore and mythology. However, it doesn't explain how everyone got here from different parts of the country. A dark fae's power would be diminished if it strayed too far from its habitat, as this habitat is what gives it its powers. Should we believe that there are mystical woods spread all through the US filled with dark fae? Or that wormholes are opening up in all of these areas? I don't believe this, as the people who are trapped by this place have a story here and memories of it, meaning these individuals were targeted by something whose reach is stronger and more widespread than pockets of forests. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Could all of this be linked to an alien encounter or alien abductions? And have you guys found any other references to space or aliens that I missed?